Okay, this is my first attempt at a video blog, so I thought I would start by telling you a little bit about myself. My name is Felicia, and I'm 24 years old. I live in South Korea. I'm an English teacher, though that doesn't mean that I always speak English. Actually, when you live in South Korea, something very strange happens to your ability to speak English. It leaves you. I'm an English teacher in South Korea. I love to do a lot of different things. I read books all the time. I think last time I counted, since coming to Korea 9 months ago, I've read 20 books, and I'm reading my 21st book. I think that's right. And let's see. I live with my cat, who's currently sitting on my lap purring. Hello, come here. Cute, hello. So she's my little baby. Her name is Jolie, and you'll probably see her more because wherever I am, she always is. And currently I teach kindergarten students all the way through middle school age students. So I guess a Western age, my youngest students would be 3 years old, and my oldest students would be 14 years old right now. Although I'm hoping to get a different position soon. I'm thinking about university maybe as an option, but I'm not sure. Okay. Fun things that have been happening lately. I just got back from what I've dubbed rocking awesome road trip with two of my best friends here in Korea, Alan and Yaning. So the three of us went on a trip halfway across the country of Korea, which sounds impressive, but it's not really when you understand that Korea is the size of one of our states in America. So we actually only traveled about 5 hours away by car, but it seems more impressive if you say like the entire country. So we traveled like half of the country. Anyway, we went to Andong, something like that. My Korean's atrocious. And we visited the folk village and something called a soju museum. And soju is kind of like Korea's answer to vodka. Only typically soju is not as intense as vodka in that it's a lower alcohol content, but it still tastes like crap. Complete shite. It's horrible. I can't drink it. Anyway, but Andong is famous because their soju is like 45% alcohol. So take awful disgustingness that is soju and times it times 4, and you get the vile stuff that we call Andong soju. Ugh. So I couldn't deal. I had like one shot. That was all I could take. So anyway, Andong soju, and then some kind of chicken that they're famous for. It's like yummy and soy saucy with glass noodles and veggies, and it's tasty. And then we went to the coast and we saw the ocean, which was delightful. And we went hiking a little bit. Of course, we're in Korea, so what vacation would be complete without hiking? So we did a little hike and we went to a cave and got to explore a cave. We went through like literally 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile inside the cave. It was a massive cave. Like the ceilings are so tall. Like it's taller than any cave I've been to in America. And I've been to a lot of caves with my friend Stephanie. Stephanie, if you're watching this, hello. Anyway, so went to the caves and then we had seafood. Fresh seafood from the coast, which doesn't sound impressive until you look at one of my other videos, which is of me eating raw shrimp, which again doesn't sound that impressive until you see yet another video of how the raw shrimp was prepared. See, it was raw and alive like 15 seconds before I ate it. So it was this cute little shrimp on my plate, and it had these little eyeballs that were like, dook, 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 I'm a shrimp, I'm so cute. And then this ajumma, which is Korean for old woman. So she came over to our table and she had these scissors, and then she just started hacking at this shrimp, like hack, 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 and took off his legs and his little feeler things on his head, and then she like went after his eyeballs. Like she had no mercy. He wasn't even dead or stunned or like knocked out. Like there was nothing between like him and death. in the form of scissors wielded by an Ajumma. And she just massacred him and then like peeled the shell from his body. He's still alive and moving. And then she puts him on the plate, and then I take him, I dip him in wasabi, and enjoy. So there's a video of me doing that, which was the highlight, I do believe, the trip. Ugh. Although I don't recommend it. The brain, not so tasty. So yeah, that was our road trip. And then it was so crowded going back to Seoul that it took us 8 hours to do what should have been a 3-hour trip because so many people were trying to get back into Seoul. So that was a little bit nuts though. But I think that's my big story though. Just I went on this really cool road trip with some good people, and then the fun just continues. So hopefully I will have another blog soon, and I'll tell you more about what's happening in my life. So nice to meet you, and thank you so much for watching my first video vlog, I think the cool kids are calling it now. So thank you, and hopefully I'll have many more of these.